Hello everybody and welcome to my first week back at work life update. So today was our first day off in 5 days. 5 days. But I'm really proud of my system for going to work all 5 days, not calling out due to lack of energy, lack of wellness, or lack of stable heart rate. I don't know. We have so many anxiety attacks before we go into our placement. Have to go home. That's not good. So, I'm gonna try and do my makeup in this video. We'll see if I can stitch together some parts of my week. But like I said, I'm really switchy, really dissociated, just because Jade really keeps the front on lock and key, under lock and key during the week, because she and I are really good at work. Sometimes littles can slip into the front once in a while, but only like during playtime with the kids, and they laugh for a second, and then I can easily take back over. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so queso dip. I put straightening crap in the hair so that the girls can straighten it later. This is Kyle. Toke pounced one of the littles today. They were having a panic attack that Liam was going to leave for work. By the way, if you hear like ukulele sounds, those are Liam. He's in the other room playing the uke, learning a song for me. It makes me happies and makes him happies. Okay, anyway, so that's what's up. I have this awful cough. It's awful. I don't know what it's from. I have an idea of where it's from, but I don't know. I also feel like I'm dying half of the time, so that could be why. Maybe I'm just, dying. My light's on. Nadia's gonna kill me, but I'm too lazy. So I'm putting on primer, okay? Because I think doing the rest of that shit is a waste of time if it's not gonna stay. Am I right? I hate how that happens. Yeah. Okay, so, this was my first week back, working full-time, and actually getting paid. It felt amazing on Friday to get a paycheck. I went from the negative 100-somethings to the positive 100-somethings. Thank you, Lord, for that. LaCroix, thank you. So, my first week back, tiring, not as tiring as I would think. However, being an aide is definitely a little bit different than the job I was doing. Working full-time as a classroom teacher. Why you do? Stupid light. But yeah, I fell in love with the kiddos I've been working with. It's middle school. Most of them are 7th and 8th grade, and like I don't have a single complaint about any of them. Like, I would take care of any of them as my own child in a heartbeat. I see how they try and they live in a world that, I don't know, doesn't really cater to their abilities. And I get it. So I feel for them. And I've fallen in love with working with them. I am almost done with my degree. I am walking in 6 days. I don't technically earn my degree, I believe, until the end of fall, as I am still going to be required to do one more semester, term, quarter of student teaching. But I love subbing and being an aide and all that jazz so much that I was thinking I want to sub this fall. Keep my self-confident in the classroom. Hopefully hook myself up a decent placement. And then kill my student teaching. Rude. This lighting is rude. I also talked to my program about maybe, since I'm continuing student teaching, possibly changing my program to a specific, like, special education program. They kind of said yes, but they kind of said I'd kind of have to do the whole entire program over. I don't really know what that means. So yeah, like, if you want to pay for it. But then my friend said, well, you know, some districts are willing enough to pay for you to go back to school. And I'm like, do I want to though? Like, I'm exhausted, but would it be worth it? Because these people are a lot nicer to me. Maybe. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Do you think I would be a better special education teacher? Or do you think I should try and stay a gen ed mainstream teacher that caters to all students? Like, because a lot of the time there's like a universal design in these classrooms, at least in the city these days, where students with IEPs are in the classroom a little bit more often. And you cater to all learning abilities. I wish every classroom could be like that. Okay, so some things I noticed about my kiddos. Mondays. Mondays are the hardest for me. Mondays are the hardest for them. Fridays, second hardest for me. Definitely the second hardest for them. So I can completely feel for how my students are feeling. And I take that into consideration when I'm working with them. And I have gotten some really positive feedback. These students, they're my awesome hype men. They just tell me, like, you're so helpful. I've never been told things like this. You're so supportive. Thank you for believing in me, Miss Claire. And other students are catching on in the classroom. They're starting to treat my students with a little bit more autonomy and respect. I make sure of that. And I've actually made quite a few bonds with students that are just, that's token. She thinks we're getting attacked, same. I kind of forget, but everything's good. I love the kids. I love the school I'm at. every adult is just so friendly. Like, I swear at the other schools I was at, everyone was just like, oh, school. Like, we all have to be here so that we can all go to college. And like, oh, I don't know. They just weren't my vibe, bro. But this school's my vibe. Everyone's so nice to me. The principal is so cool. We took our kids on a little field day, and he showed up and surprised them. And every kid, like, I swear they can't remember my name, but they know his name. Like, obviously, I'm not saying I'm as good as the principal, but I work with them on a daily basis. You'd think at least they would remember, like, I don't know, Mr. Wrong or Miss Claire, but no, they don't. It's okay. Can people explain to me what meme means? Like, I know what it means, but can you just tell me too? Also, I saw a funny one, and it was like, everyone has DID, some people just grow out of it, and that's so fucking funny because what DID is separation of your, I don't know, conscious personalities, or like conscious parts of your brain, or conscious experiences. Usually people that don't go through trauma, all those consciousnesses kind of like seam together, and they like realize like where they came from, their first memory, and then their progress from there. Which I thought I did too. I have memories from, you know, before I lived in a foster home, my first foster home, and then being adopted. But it doesn't fit together. Like, I don't know. Yeah. And in my therapy, we learn that, you know, sadness is usually defined by the lack of something, or things not going the way you planned. And I definitely don't think this year went the way any of us planned. There were parts of it that were amazing and such a surprise, like my engagement to Liam, and then turning right around and getting married by ourselves and running off and doing that. That was so amazing, such a surprise, and something I will never ever forget. And then also things like a car crash, and then like the floodgates opening. That's also, you know, something I'm never gonna forget. But school was, I would say, definitely harder for the kiddos this week than it was the previous 2 weeks I've worked. Like, I have worked sparingly a couple of times the previous 2 weeks at the school, but this was the first time that I was working a full week. The kids are done. They're like, why is she assigning us new stuff when we're gonna be done anyway? And like, la 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 la. And I'm like, I get you, like, believe me, but all the practice you can get is helpful. And they'll usually come around. They like how I keep it real usually. Keep it real with them. I like tell them like I get it. I sympathize their struggles. Oh my gosh, I'm glowing. So yesterday, like I said, it was a field day. They went bowling, and I got to bowl a little. I got to see the kids smile and have fun with each other unlike I've ever seen before. I just noticed this, and I feel like I should explain. I know what you guys are thinking, and you're right. This is a bowl of soup stain, and that is self-tanner stain. Anyway, the kids, yeah, so it was super duper fun. It was also a spirit day, pink and purple day, which of course I wore all pink for. I'll insert a clip.
Hi, happy Friday.
Look at my outfit. It's pink day. And everything I have is pink. All my accessories, like everything. I guess except for this, but I don't take this into school. So happy Friday. What are you doing fun today? If you're not doing anything fun today, make sure you start doing something fun today. Let's go. One of the girls I work with, little girls, she decided to wear an awesome superhero pink and purple costume, or like clothes she turned into a superhero costume. And I just heard from teachers, students, people all day how she was dressed inappropriately. Rumors going around school that she looked like a stripper. I heard boys yelling dress code at her. And I would say Jade definitely switched out and was co-fronting with me. And she just looked at the boys and she pulled them aside and asked, "Why are you saying that to her?" They had no excuse. I asked, "Do you enforce the dress code at this school?" They said no. And I just said, "What's wrong with what she's wearing?" And one of them replied, "I just don't want to see that." And I said, "Then don't look." They didn't like that. And they tried to brush me off. Now thinking back, I wish that I could have talked to them myself and taken a step back and said, like, you know, I've seen other girls at this school since I've been here 2 weeks ago in you know, 2 tops and short shorts, and this girl's wearing like a sweater for a shirt. And I don't hear you targeting them. I'm curious why you're targeting a student with a learning difference who's wearing an outfit and announcing to everyone she meets, "Do you like my outfit? I'm blank superhero." So excited. And yet she was sexualized and laughed at, bullied, and I had to stand up to multiple kids throughout the day and prevent the tears from streaming down her face. But all in all, I think it was a great week. I made a lot of progress with the students, not only my students, but some of the Gen Ed kids as well. And I'm really excited to see what the future has to hold. Yes, things do get better. I am 100% a representative of that. I'll be graduating with my master's degree in a week. First generation, came from foster care, homeless teen. Like, you can do it no matter what you're going through, but you might need some support. And people are going to tell you it gets better. It does. But if it sucks right now, we're here for you. Slide in those DMs, send us a message, comment down below, like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. However you can connect with us so that we can be a support system to you, let us know. And we'll follow you back, okay? Let us know how your week went. And I hope that you have a great week next week. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys in my next video. You know?